Hello and welcome to Eyewitness Report on Channels Television. Today, we'll take a look at some of the fire incidents that rocked Lagos from Abule Egba to Mushin. Also, the eviction and demolition of settlement along the Atlas Cove axis is raising lots of dust. Join us on this on Eyewitness Report. I'm Chris Elems. On Sunday, the 19th of January, will remain indelible in the minds of Abule Egba residents who witnessed a pipeline fire outbreak, which resulted in the loss of lives and property. The Inferno occurred after an oil pipeline was breached. A week after, another incident, this time in the Mushin area of Lagos, was reported. We'll bring you details on Eyewitness Reports. Sunday, the 19th of January 2020. Another fire outbreak is reported at the Abule Egba end of Lagos. An oil pipeline has been breached and the result is devastating. By the break of dawn, the monumental damage caused by the Inferno is brought to light. Several houses, cars have been gutted, and some cases of human fatality recorded. The residents stand by and watch in total disbelief, considering the fact that this has become one case too many.
Countless number of time, at least in a week, these activities do take place here countless of time. And we've been seeking assistance from the government. At least we have anti-bunkering agency in Nigeria. They should be able to stand up to this. But we still thank God that with the efforts of the fire service from Ogun State, Lagos State, and the federal fire service, they were able to put out the flame before dawn. So at least the casualty that I witnessed are 7. A woman and her daughter lost their life just behind the hotel here. 2 trailer drivers lost their life, and about 3 other residents lost their life while battling the Inferno. So we are still seeking the assistance of the government that they should be able to sit up and fight all these people involved in such illegal activities.
Information leak and security breach has fueled the vandals' brazen attitude, which the NNPC boss sees as disturbing.
What is happening around this pipeline from Mosimi to Atlas Cove into Mosimi all the way to Ilorin, acts of vandals of all natures along a right of way. What they do is that they make insertions into our lines, tap petroleum product, and at the end, ends with the disaster that we have seen like this. This is happening daily. We are working with the security agencies to make sure that we reduce this to the barest minimum. We are also working particularly with the Nigerian Navy, the Civil Defense Corps, the Nigerian Police, and all other agencies of agencies of security, including the Department of State Service, to contain this to barest minimum. What this portends is danger for all of us. If these incidents had happened under a windy condition yesterday, we would have been talking about thousands of people dying in this place. And more importantly, Nigerians must know that these activities are happening within communities. People are aware of what is happening. If you allow them to continue to do what they are doing, they will kill all of us. Everybody along this corridor will be impacted. We are working now with all the security agencies, including the NNPC, to take out the bad elements in our midst. We agree completely that there are compromised people within the NNPC, compromised people within the security agencies, within the communities, and everyone that is involved in this. And what we have done in the last 2 to 3 months is to work with these agencies and the NNPC to make sure that we take the bad elements out of us, we resolve the issues, and we delete them. Let me use the right word to do it. Now, if we have to delete them, we'll delete them. And that's what's going to happen. And for communities who harbor this, the warning is this, that this will constitute danger to all of us. But those who are particularly involved in siphoning petroleum product or laying pipes into their homes, His Excellency Lagos State Government, and including the Ogun State Government, have agreed that we'll take out these houses. Whoever owns it, whatever they do, once we establish that your property is involved in this, we'll take it out. And we're already doing that. So far, the Nigerian Navy has taken out over 300 houses along the right of way. We'll continue to do this. And by the time we are done with this, sanity will come to this line. And we assure Nigerians that, this will be the safety for all of us, particularly the communities that live along our corridor.
Few days after, the smoldering continues, as well as the tales from the victims.
I sat down with my picking day on that Sunday. After we close, I go back. I put my chair. This is the chair I used to sit down. I put her beside this motor. They are playing games. Maybe, it's 30 minutes. That thing just blow with sand and that oil. Yeah. Come roll for up.
Nothing was spared, not even these prayer books. The Lagos State Police boss, HAKEEM ODUMOSU, in an interview says the presence of his men at the scene of incident ensured the firefighters could do their jobs. Otherwise, more lives would have been lost.
So the fire services are coming out, we escorted them in. So there was no attack. So when the flame of that was a bit down, so for them now to move in, so they moved in. And because they already control the crowd, so they have a free opportunity of curtailing it to that level. That was why the damage was minimal. And in recent time now, that's the minimum damage you have in explosion. In recent time, it's because of the proactiveness of police. So in controlling the crowd. Normally the crowd would have been there. And with that crowd there, I would have seen so many people, so many bodies born beyond recognition.
The Lagos State Emergency Management Agency board says 300 people, among others, were affected by the incident. It says actions have been taken for their rehabilitation.
You realize that in our emergency response plan, we have all the roles and responsibility well defined. And with that in place, we are able to curtail the fire from spreading by 9:30 p.m. And by 11:30 p.m., we are put off the fire. However, there are about 20 people that sustained various minor injuries that were treated on the spot. However, we sympathize with the family of the bereaved ones and the deceased ones, and we have 5 mortalities, out of which there are 3 males, 1 female, and a junior, a 5-year-old girl, and they were deposited in our mortuary. However, 300 people were displaced, and Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, has magnanimously agreed to open a relief camp for the 300 people that were displaced, and they are now receiving a lot of assistance in our Igodo camp.
While he blames security breach for the incident, the Lagos State Police Commissioner absolves his men of being part of the job. He, however, confirms that some arrests have been made.
If you look at the scene, and the office of the civil defense is not far away from that office. And the civil defense are the people that's supposed to be the lead agency to ensure monitoring the pipeline. And the office is not far from the scene. Our orientation of our people needs to change. If the government is doing the needful, then where are we having the problem? Then it must be the orientation of our people. It must be the attitude of our people. It must be that there's some undesirable element in our society, and our society are now being silent about it. And if you are silent about the menace in your society, then there's a big problem to it. So we must work together. We must not create a lacuna in place to ensure safety of life and property.
There's no information that comes to our hand that we don't act on. But you know, when you arrest somebody who is deeply involved in corruption, don't sleep. Know that corruption will fight back. And part of that is the blackmail they are seeing. The information will come, so police don't do anything. We got similar information about 3 weeks ago, and nothing happened. An arrest was made when they were in the process of doing that. So there's no information available to police. I'm not talking of other sister agencies, security agencies, but to police under our purview here that we never worked on. None. And because we've seen that area, because we've seen the impact that it may have on lives and property, we pay more attention to that area. You know, I said they are doing it deliberately, cleverly. At times, we have a lot of containers there. The park container, this is on road, not in the bush, not in the gutter. Assuming this is the spot where I have it. The now park container, so this is the spot. The container just lie on it. And they go under the container as if they are repairing something. It's that pipe they are working on. Anybody going see there will think that, oh, there's a fault there. Because it's on the road that vehicles are passing. And the thing is so deep that I can't see with the naked eye to know the depth of it. That's why I say it is professionally done. We have some in our custody. And because of investigation now, we are not disclosing. But we made arrests. And that arrests are leading us into what happened. And by the time we finish the report now, we'll be able to advise, we'll be able to send it to our public authority for them to. Because we have limited to do, only to protect this. So the NNPC officials who are in charge, so we let them know our findings, so that they can use that one to prevent future one. And what the NNPC official carried there, that on their own, they are carrying out their own investigation professionally. Our own is criminally what happened there. So we are working together.
With the fire fully contained, debris cleared and calm restored to the area, plans on how to forestall further loss of lives through pipeline bridge are being perfected by the relevant agencies. Are there lessons to learn from the incident? Yes. Are we learning? The future will tell. But we must remember that national assets such as oil pipelines are mainstay of the country's economy. But when sabotaged, could result in many unpleasant ways than imagined.
I was called upon by 12:30. One of our members called me that all the market is on fire. I said, okay, you should break all this up that we have our this fire extinguisher. Use it to quench it. They said it's not happened. You cannot quench it.